On one hand, I see the point of view of people who are doing really well academically, getting really good scores on SATs, standardized testing, and getting perfect GPAs, who feel like the whole system should be based on merit. Those who get in should be the ones who are most qualified academically, therefore going to the colleges. On the other hand, I feel like there's some sort of racist sentiment because some people are really pointing out the race-based affirmative action as a problematic system. Yes, every sort of system that tries to equalize giant disparities is going to have issues with it. But I feel like they're kind of missing the point by saying that race should be totally disregarded, because sometimes race is correlated with wealth and access to education. And I think that's what affirmative action is supposed to do. It's supposed to level the playing field for underrepresented minorities, which does include ethnic minorities and historically disadvantaged people. I'm taking a class on ethnicity in the American city, and I'm learning that blacks have been systematically cut out of good housing and good schooling, and that isn't fair. So affirmative action is one answer, and race-based affirmative action doesn't necessarily hurt Asians. I know some people are saying that affirmative action hurts Asians because we generally, especially East Asians and Indians, tend to score really well. But our histories are drastically different than those of Native Americans, Pacific Islanders, and very different from blacks. And race is an issue. We can't be colorblind as much as we want to be. And I know there's exceptions. You can tell me a story or two about a Chinese person who worked in the sweatshops with their family, or the recent immigrant that had nothing to bear his name. Like my family, for example, we immigrated from Vietnam. We didn't have much. But I'm not complaining because I still got into UCLA, and I know not everyone has that opportunity, and I feel really blessed. But I shouldn't be complaining because if I didn't get into Harvard or Stanford or some Ivy school, that they're discriminating against me. It just disappoints me a lot when Asians are putting down other minorities, because we shouldn't be this way. I'm not saying that you have to be gung-ho about all their issues, but sometimes I do wish we had a sense of solidarity between different races. And we've all had bad experiences with people from different backgrounds, but I wouldn't let that define anybody from the outside. I also believe that Asians shouldn't be fighting affirmative action, but there's going to be a lot of opponents to that. There's a lot of hurt feelings because some of us have a sense of entitlement or a belief that if we work really hard, we should earn what we have. But unfortunately, life doesn't work that way, and I'm really divided about this whole issue. I know there's going to be a lot of hate for this, so I'm going to probably turn off the commenting right now. Or something. Who knows?